Second one is, I would say, like wrong exam month and maybe some days, and I beg you in the name of God. The agency I use is Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing this face, my name is Vivian, and as you all know by now, I recently moved to Canada, and a lot of you have requested for me to do my relocation process video. Like, since I started this channel, that is the one video you guys have requested, and I got you. Trust me, I got you. I'm going to take you all through the whole process of my Canada relocation, everything, because trust me, you guys, it was a journey. Like, it was a whole lot. So if you know you're interested in this kind of video, or you know someone interested in this kind of video, please be sure to share this video to them, and also like, comment, and subscribe if you are yet to do that. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I'm going to be doing this video in two segments. I'm going to be talking about my rejection story first, because if you don't know, I was actually rejected for my first Canada visa. I was rejected for my Canada visa and my US visa, but this video is not about my US visa, it's more about my Canada one, so I'm going to be focusing solely on that. I was rejected, and I actually did it the second time, and I got approved in a month. Like, you guys, I'm not even lying, I'm speaking fact. I got approved in a month, and I'm going to be taking you through the whole process. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, in this kind of gist, grab your papers, your pen, and some water, because I'm about to spill a lot of tea. Trust me, I'm not missing anything. I graduated high school in the year 2020. Yes, my set was the set that entered high school with Ebola and graduated with Corona. Yes, I can't forget that experience at all. And when I was done, I started my whole application process, because I was sure that I was going to come to Canada. And that is where my first mistake is: delay. The high school I went to is not uncommon for people to like want to go abroad to further their education and do like college or university. But the thing is that most of the people in my high school were actually going to the United States, and me, for one, I was sure that I wanted to do like my university in Canada. So I say delay because I started late. Unlike US, since I did US, I know that when you apply for your visa, like they'll tell you there and then if you are getting the visa or not. But with Canada, it takes as much as 5 months. At least that's how many months my own took. My backtracked everything. I'm not gonna lie, like it wasted a whole lot of time for me, because by the time I got my letter of rejection back, I could not apply immediately. I was mostly going to like enter 2021. Like, I wanted to enter university 2021. So yeah, that's my first one. The second one is, I would say, like wrong exam. If you're coming to Canada, I did TOEFL, because that is what most people in my school, in my high school, do. They did TOEFL and SAT, but I did only TOEFL because I thought Canada also accepted TOEFL results. And yes, Canada schools actually accept TOEFL results, but in the course of doing like the visa processing, the immigration officers actually wanted IELTS instead. Hi. So that is another cause of my rejection. I did the wrong exam. I actually did IELTS later, but I feel like it was just late, and everything just it wasn't working out well. Then the third thing I did that was a mistake is using a bad agent. You guys, I can't emphasize this fact enough. Like, I used a bad agent. I'm not gonna lie, like till this day I'm very pissed at her, wherever she's right now. I know she knows I'm angry at her, because this woman literally didn't know anything about Canada relocation, and she didn't even tell me. It was in the course of like getting the rejection letter back, she was not telling that, oh, that my own Canada study permit process is actually the first one she has done, that normally she does US. So why did you just waste the whole 5 months? Like, why didn't you just tell me straight up that, oh, you don't know how this works, and I should just go and find someone else to do it? Like, I would have understood that better than what she did to me. So I used a bad agent. She didn't give me enough information. And let me just tell you guys how to spot a bad agent. Number one, they don't if you ask them any question, they don't know the answers. Because I remember those times I was asking her some questions. I'm like, okay, ma'am, I want to know this. Is this needed? I saw this. She'd be like, oh, I'll get back to you. Let me ask my agent friend. Like, she never knows anything. She was never accurate about any information she was giving me. So that's how you can spot a bad agent. And number two, you could also ask the agent, you want to know their percentage of like failure to success rate. Since you've applied for visa for other students, like, let me know how many people have actually gotten the visa. I don't think it's wrong to ask them that question, because you're investing a lot of time, money, and resources, and you need to get the value of your money. Because I didn't get mine at all. Until this day, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so irritated, because there was a lot of information that I didn't provide. So bad agent is another thing that caused my rejection. I am so certain on that. Like, she was going to apologize later, but I'm like, you've already done the deal. Like, there's nothing you can do again. It was so irritating. So the next one is incomplete documents. This is also as a result of using a bad agent. I remember now when they gave me my letter back, like letter of rejection, the reason they gave me was that I didn't show them a strong, I think strong family ties, yes, to my country, Nigeria. Like I didn't show that I had anything to come fall back to, like when I was done studying. And I realized I actually didn't provide any document to actually prove that fact or prove that point. So incomplete information, incomplete documentation and everything. And lastly was poor research. You guys, let me just tell you, when I was doing my Canada relocation process at first, I didn't even do any research. I'm not even gonna lie. I just felt that okay, I was a baby, my dad was gonna do everything for me, he has paid the agents, and my other sisters were gonna do things for me, because actually they were doing things. But I feel like on my own part I should have done my own research to actually confirm some of these things that was happening, because I just some things that now when I did it the second time, now I now understood better because I had done my research properly. So bad research is also a thing. Like, you guys, take your research seriously. So now, you guys, I'm gonna go right into talking about my approval story and what I finally did right to get my Canada visa. So keep watching. Everything I'm going to tell you guys here is based off my own information, my own research, my own opinion. This is like my own experience, literally everything I went through to actually get my visa. So please don't take my word for it. Like I said, make sure you do your research. Like, it's really important, do your research. I'm going to tell you everything that went down and that made me finally get my visa. So the first stuff is I'm going to be listing the document that I actually provided to secure my Canada visa, and I'll go through them thoroughly, but they are: number one, my WAEC results, my acceptance letter from a designated learning institution, my international passport, a proof of financial support, statement of purpose or letter of explanation, an affidavit of support, medicals, IELTS results, police clearance. Yes. So first off, I want to just go through the whole admission processing, because I know that is one thing that you guys want to know about. For me, I feel like coming to Canada, admission is like the easiest thing to get. I'm not gonna lie, admission to me is the easiest thing to get, because you just need to go to Google, like to whatever search engine you're using, and just type in schools that are accredited or based on the course you actually want to study. And I feel like you should just tailor your search based on your pocket. Like, know what you want. Are you looking for schools that are affordable? Are you looking for schools that are world ranked, that are popular? Like, know the kind of schools you're actually searching for. It will help you tailor your research properly. You will know, okay, this is the things I'm looking for. So for me, I was looking for schools that are actually affordable, even if the school I'm attending right now is not so affordable, but it's still the like cheapest amongst many other Canadian schools. So that was the first thing I did. And you just go, you look at their requirements. I know the school I'm attending now. If you don't know, I attend University of East Edward Island. So some of the documents that they requested me to bring was my transcript, my WAEC results, and my testimonial, and just other supporting documents that they could use to actually verify that yes, I'm qualified to be enrolled in their school. And I think you need to get the minimum of 70% or credit. I'm not so sure, but do your research, like I said. But I know that's what you need to do. And for the admission fee, different schools have different admission fee. I know my school, it was $75, but I know some schools that are from $50 to $90. I think it ranges between that price. So do your research. And once you do that, you just wait for them to get back to you. My school actually got back to me, and I think in 3 days time. They didn't waste time at all. If there's one thing I love about my school, it has to be their response time. Like, I applied to 3 Canadian schools, like the school I'm presently in, they got back to me the quickest. I love their follow-up. It's one thing that really made this school stand out for me. And now I've gotten my admission, right? And next up is my visa processing. I actually also used my TOEFL result to apply for my admission, but my school didn't request it. I think because I'm ready from an English-speaking country, and my WAEC result and grades actually prove that I know English. But I just submitted the TOEFL result because I already took the exam. Money wasted. Like I said, I didn't need that exam at all. So now, the visa processing. This is now where the main deal of the whole Canada, like moving to Canada. I don't know if you know, but if you don't know, Canada does not do they don't do this face-to-face interview like US does. They do everything is online. You need to provide documents that actually show the visa or immigration officer that you are worthy of the visa that you're actually seeking for. So when I finally used a good agent, because the second time I used a really good agent, and I'm going to provide you with information, like, trust me, this one is tested and trusted. I started my application. You pay, I think it's $150 to start your Canada study permit application. I'm going to provide the link to their website. You see everything there. So I started my application with paying the fee, and I printed a family information form. You'll find the form in the website. So I printed it out and I provided, just fill the form, like they'll ask you for your name, so many information, just provide the information, and also like some things about your family, like how many siblings you have, where are they currently. I think that one was the most easiest part. I just filled it and I submitted the form. So I started my application officially February 15. And when I submitted my application, the next thing they were going to do was actually to ask me for the biometric. But since I already did my biometrics before, because biometrics it lasts for 10 years. So once you've done it, you don't need to like do it again. It's okay for 10 years. So I also used the one I used for my previous rejection to reapply. I used it, was still valid. I submitted my biometrics, and I also had to do the IEL too. And it was actually the immigration that required me to do this exam. The way Canada works, when they ask you to provide an information for them or provide a document, they are going to give you like 30 days to provide this document, and by the time the 30 days elapse and you've not provided it, you'll just continue your application. So you guys, I was frustrated. I'm not even going to lie, I was panicking. I didn't even know what to do, because from the time they are giving me, the only date I found to do this exam was just 1 week. So I literally had only 1 week to prepare for this exam, and I was so done with anything exam, because I just finished YEG, IGCSE. I've written so many exams, so I didn't want to take this exam at all. But I was just like, I might as well just do it, because my bad agent didn't tell me that I needed this exam. I see a band 6.0 in every section. They have the writing, the listening, the speaking, and the reading. Yes, and you guys finally got 7.5. Like, I was so happy when I saw my result. Then they'll ask you to provide an acceptance letter from a designated learning institution. If you want to know what a designated learning institution is, you can just go to a search engine like Google or Safari and just type in designated learning institution, DLI for short, in Canada. They'll give you different schools that are listed under designated learning institutions. So that one was like a cup of tea. It wasn't such a big deal. And next, your international passport. Like, why do you want to travel if you have an international passport? I think that is the most important of everything. You should have an international passport to go with you. And make sure you do it on time. Like with this thing with Canada, start on time. You guys, Canada takes time. If you want to know the length of time it takes, you can also go to the website that I'll be providing the link for below. It takes 9 weeks for them to process your study permit. But trust me, you guys, my initial one took 5 months. And thinking of it now, I feel like why it took 5 months is the way they work. They don't process your visa till they're actually done like submitting all your documents. So normally, if you are meant to submit 5 documents and you submitted only 3, the time you used to provide the other one, like your application is just going to be left there, like nothing is going on with it. So that's why the longer time you take to process all these things, the more time it will take for you to actually get a response from them. So try to provide all your documents fast, like gather everything before you start applying, so you can actually meet the 9 weeks mandate. So next up is a proof of financial support. This is just like your bank statement. It's trying to show the visa officer that you are actually financially capable to take care of yourself here. And for undergraduate, from my own research, I know that you're meant to have up to, I think, 30 million naira 13 million naira in your bank statement, and should be for a period of 6 months. Like your bank statement should be valid like 6 months. What I'm just going to tell you guys, to be on the safer side, have more than 13 million naira, because these visa officers, in my opinion, I feel like they're psychologists. Because how will I tell you that I need you to have 13 million naira and your account is exactly 13 million naira that is there? Doesn't it seem fishy? Like, I feel like it seems fishy, because the person that is sponsoring you will have other responsibilities to deal with. You're not the only one is probably sending to school, or the only one is spending money on. So to be safe, use more, like leave like up to 15 to 20 million naira, because after my first rejection, I made sure to leave more. And you're also going to present my e-bank statement. Yes, I know they asked me for my e-bank statement. So my e-bank statement is just like an access code, yes, so that they can access your bank account anytime, just in case you actually withdraw that money. You never know the day they'll just open the account until you don't have up to that 13 million naira. So to be safe, make sure the money is always there, like towards the period of time. To the period of time you get an answer from the visa officer, or the visa office rather, make sure that 13 million naira is still there. Like, don't take out of it to the point where it's below that amount. The world is saying is enough for the wise. I've said it. We have to provide my statement of purpose. If I show you what I wrote as a statement of purpose, the first one that caused my rejection, I don't even blame them for actually denying that visa, because it was rubbish. I asked this woman, or my agent, like, what is the statement of purpose? I did my research, but not just enough. And she was like, oh, just write about yourself. They just want to know the kind of person you are, and what is your nature, your personality. She was just saying things. I mean, so I wrote things about myself. I was trying writing things from my childhood to my secondary school. I don't even blame them for denying that visa because it was not even making sense. I feel like your statement of purpose is that interview for you. Like, it's a document that should actually show so many things about you. Like, it should tell them why. I'm going to give you the headline of the second one that I didn't write it. Let me not lie to you guys. I didn't write it. The agency I used, they took care of everything. I just provided some information for them and they took care of everything. You guys will see a clear difference between this and this. Like, the difference is clear. I'm not even gonna lie. You have things like your personality, like your resume, like your CV. Talk about a bit about your high school, what school did you go to, what's like your qualifications. Then the next one was about like the reason why did you choose to study in this university, why not any other university, why did you choose this college, why did you choose the program you are studying for right now, like why not any other major, why did you choose to study this program. They want to like know your plans after graduation, like what next, when you graduate, what are your plans. And I beg you in the name of God, I beg you, do not write you plan to stay back in Canada, even if you know. Do not write that. Like, make sure you write things that will make them feel like you're going to go back to your country. You can probably write, okay, you have this business waiting for you, you have this thing with property or investment there for you, because that's what I did. I tried to write things that actually made them see me as an applicant that was going to return back to my home country, Nigeria, even if I know. So yes, and everything you are writing, please, you guys document it. Provide documents. Like, give them evidence that, okay, this is the business you're going to manage. The way this whole Canada thing works is documentation. They don't just want you, because anybody can lie, anybody can tell a lie. Let's be honest. So when you are saying you are going to manage this business, you have this investment, you have this family, show them proof, show them documents that actually makes them know that yes, this person has something to come back to. I provided the document that I was going to use. It also contained my reasons for studying in Canada. Why did you choose to study in Canada? Why not US? Why not Australia? Why not any other country? Because there's so many other good countries that you could actually go to. So this is where you explain in detail why Canada is the best for you. Scatter their head, like tell them things. When I read this new one, I was blown away. I was like, oh, if they don't give me this visa, not to, you understand, not to fight, because it was perfect. I was reading it and I was like, oh my God, is this really for me? Because they wrote things that I didn't even know I did. So those things, it's just like you selling yourself. Yeah, I think that is the word you're going to use. So make sure you sell yourself very well, your statement of purpose. It is your interview, honestly speaking. That is what they will read and actually let them know, is this girl legit? Is she actually worthy of this visa? You understand? So next up is an affidavit of support or letter of reference. This one is just from your sponsor's perspective, like the person that is sponsoring you. They want to know, is this person truly capable? They want the person to actually like write a letter to show that yes, I'm going to take care of this girl's fee, this boy's fee, everything about his living expenses, cost of living, everything is on my own account. So we provided an affidavit of support. My agency actually did it. We just provided them with some information and they filled it out for us. I'm still on my affidavit of support here. So in the affidavit of support, we had like my dad who was just telling them about himself, what he does for a living, how much is his net income, how many children he's training in school, what are they doing. It just literally makes them say that yeah, this person is capable. Like, no matter what happens, you're not going to be a liability to them, because they don't want anybody that will come here and be a liability to their citizens. Yes, so your sponsors will actually take time and write things that would actually blow their mind. When they write their net income, their business, is it lucrative, their property, and provide documents. With everything we wrote here, you guys, we provided document. With every business we wrote, property, asset, we provided proof, we provided a document, and when we're done, we gave it to this court to actually stamp it. So it had the stamp of is it the local course? I really don't know how that one works, but I know when we're done, we just pay the newsman and they stamp it for us. So that was one of the documents that we provided. It's also very important. Don't overlook that document at all. It's very, very important. And when I was done submitting all my documents, we provided everything, and I think by February 15 we submitted everything at a go. For this police clearance, it's actually optional. I remember I asked my agent, because I did my research and I found out that it's one of the documents that were needed. But she was like, no, you don't really need it. Not everybody actually requires it. So I was like, okay. I did end up needing that. They didn't ask me for it, but I was like, if they were to ask me, it's not so expensive. I heard it's just like 10,000 naira. You can do it and you get it that same day or two. So it's not a big deal. But for me, I didn't need it. You can also make your research and confirm if you need it. So we submitted all my documents, and in like 2 weeks time, 2-3 weeks, they got back to me to do my medicals. You guys, if they ask you for your medicals, trust me, I don't have any here to clap for. If they ask you for your medicals, you're literally, you've gotten your visa. Jesus, let me not sound too certain. But it's just that, just like telling that, okay, we're interested in actually bringing it to our country. So the way this medical works, they have hospitals that are licensed to take this medical, not just your nearby hospital, because I thought I was going to my family doctor to tell him, okay, carry this test to me, but no, you have to go to their website. They will provide the physicians that actually carry out this test, and I know I paid 45,900 naira for it. With the way medicals work, some people do upfront medical. That is, upfront medical is when before the visa officer asks you, you already like take out your own money and go and do it yourself and just submit it together. That thing has its pros and its cons. For me, it's good because if you luckily get your visa, you skip that whole process, immediately they just request for your passport. But if you do not get your visa, you've wasted your money. Because upfront medicals, from my research, I found out that it's only valid for, I think, a year. It's only valid for a year. So if, let's say, your medicals come out good and at the end of the day you didn't get the visa, you've wasted your money. Because if probably unfortunately something happens and you can't like continue pick up your application again and it's exceed that one, you have to do another one. So my dad was just like, we've spent enough money, let us wait for them to actually request us to do it. And I did so, and I think it favored me most. Because my medicals, I just waited. Like I waited for, I guess, a week or two. The medicals is not something too serious. They just ask for like for your urine, your blood, do some x-ray, and just ask you some question about your background. Let them know if you have any terminal disease that will threaten the life of their citizens here. I think that's the whole point of their medical test that they run on people, I guess. So after that, I waited, and April 5th, I can never forget this day. See, April 5th, that day, to this day, forever, is going to be a blessing to me. I can never forget. I was running an errand for my mom, and I was inside keke nape. Hey, you guys, I just saw the email from their portal. I remember every time I was always checking their portal for an update, and I just saw, dear Vivian, please, we request you to send your passport. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, I could not contain my joy. I started screaming from the keke. I was like, Jesus, thank you, Lord. I didn't even know when I started crying, because I understand what I went through, like to get this visa. I understand the struggle it took me to actually secure this visa. The whole tears, the trying different countries. I was even about to try Ukraine till whatever happened with Ukraine and Russia. I tried. Only God knew my excitement. I could not contain my joy. But the keke was not really looking at me. They're like, congratulations. I'm like, thank you. But imagine that keke now, we armed robbers or kidnappers. That's how they would have carried me. Try. But anyways, that was how happy I was. That was how glad I was. So it was literally a month and maybe some days. That's how I got my visa. I was so happy, you guys. I was so happy. Like, and now I'm just gonna I'm going to start answering the question that you guys sent me. So just in case anyone have not addressed here, I'm going to address it right now. This question says, did you need to write any exam? And if full or half scholarships are available? So like I said, I needed to write IELTS. You can decide not to write it, but to be on the safer side, just write the exam and free yourself of whatever heartbreak will come after, because the exam is valid for a year too. So I wrote the exam, but I don't think it's compulsory. And as of the scholarship, I feel like if you are looking towards gaining like a lot of scholarship, you should be looking at schools in the US. Like I said, I applied to schools in the US, and just saddened me because they didn't give me visa. Because I know I applied to like 3 schools, and all the 3 schools I applied to, I got scholarship, like some amount of scholarship, but I didn't get a visa. So but with Canada, I don't think Canada gives a lot of scholarships. I know that once you've entered the school and you start doing well, you will get some scholarship. Yeah. And this one says, thank you for the video. Thank you too, Mesoma. Please be detailed. I hope I was detailed enough, you guys. Also, how long did it take to receive your visa approval? Like I said, I got my visa approved 1 month, and let me actually count it now. I think I'll say 1 month and 21 days. I might be wrong. I don't know. My calculation is not adding up right now. But that's exactly how long it took for me to get my visa approved. Why it takes people longer. But I feel like the second time I did it better. I submitted all the documents at once, everything. So it just fast tracked everything, and voila, I got my visa. Next up, if it's the amount of the study permit, you can go to the website. It's for $150 for you to start your application, and I don't know whatever cost comes with it, but that one is what I'm sure. As at the time I did it, I know I paid $150. So $150 to naira, I don't know, because the way naira is going now, or more, It's only God that can help us. I know it's $150. So this other question says, is IELTS a must exam to write for your school, and what are the necessary documents or requirements as an international student to have before your journey, and what's the fees for one semester? Like I said, with IELTS, it's up to you. Some people don't require, some schools don't require it, but in course of applying for visa, the immigration officer can actually ask you for IELTS results. So to be on the safer side, just do the IELTS and take it off your mind. And as of this semester, the fees, I don't really want to give so much information about school fees because it changes. I know the fees I'm paying last semester is not the same I'm paying this semester, so it changes. Just go to the website, the school's website, and do this thing yourself. I feel like some of you, like with the questions some people were asking me, will I say you guys are just being like my old self? Do your research. It pays a lot to like be in the know, so that when someone is telling you this, you actually know what they're talking about. You're not just lost. It varies from some school, you see $22,000, some up to $40,000. Like I said, one of the schools my friend applied to, their fees was $40,000. So I can't, it's not a certain amount, like it depends. It varies from universities to colleges, it varies. This one says, hello, thank you for responding. I'm planning to start my visa application this month. I want to ask how much was required for the show of funds in the back statement and how you wrote your statement of purpose. For the show of funds, if you are coming here for undergraduate, I know you have to have up to 13 million naira, but I don't know about postgraduate and other certifications, other degrees, I don't know, but I know for undergraduate you have to have up to 13 million. But please, to be on the safer side, have more than that. You get why? And just how you wrote, I didn't write my statement of purpose myself. I'm going to provide the agency. Calm down, like take a deep breath, calm down, need to provide the agency. I didn't write my statement of purpose myself. I just paid the agency some money for that. I provided them with some information and they wrote it and it was perfect. So I didn't do that myself. I think that's pretty much all the questions I got. If you know there's any other thing you would like to know that I didn't address properly in this video, please be sure to let me know in the comment section. I'm going to do well to answer you guys. Like, one thing I know about me, I love to answer you guys like comments. I love giving you guys quick replies. So whatever it is that you feel like I didn't address well enough, please be sure to let me know in the comment section and I'll do well to get back to you. Okay, so now the long awaited the agency I use. So the agency I use is MET. I use Management Education Training. It's located in Ikeja, and they are really helpful. Like, they did a lot for me. They also take like exams. They do exams ranging from SAT, TOEFL, IELTS, GRE, GMAT. They do exams, admission processing, visa processing, and they have really nice counselors. Like, I had to make friends with them. Like, they were so nice. Sometimes they forget the whole application process and they talk to you on a personal level. Whenever I'm done with my classes, like, I'll just come downstairs and be gisting with them. So it was so fun. They will give you a lot of information you need. Whatever it is you feel like you are not clear about, they're going to provide it for you. So that is the agency I use. They did everything for me, and the confidence that I had when I was doing my application with them, trust me, I don't think I've ever had any that kind of confidence before. Like, in the whole process of doing this whole thing, I was so confident with the way they replied me, they gave me, I think I got the value of my money. It can be much, but I got my money's worth. Yeah, so that is the agency I use. So I do hope I answered you guys' questions. I hope I provided all the information that you guys might want to know. Like I said, if you don't get what I said, or you think I should shed more light on some things, let me know in the comment section and I'm going to do well to answer you guys. So till next time, I'm going to see you guys in some other video. Okay guys, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like this video, comment and subscribe. I beg you guys, subscribe to my channel for more amazing content from me. So till next time, I'll see you. Bye.